Yo, what's good people, it's J Cactus, and in today's video, I'm going to be making a beat for one of my personal favorite artists, Dave East. So I'm going to be using Tracklib to find a sample and enter the crazy competition that they're running right now, so I can win a placement with Dave East and a studio session in New York. I've used them a few times in my videos now, but if you're new to the channel or you missed the previous ones and you don't know what Tracklib is, it's a huge online record store for sampling. They have over 80,000 original samples and multi-tracks, which you can easily clear too, so there's no more stressing out about whether you can release a track with a sample or not. So shout out to Tracklib for sponsoring the video. They gave me full creative control, so they haven't actually asked me to enter the competition. I was looking through the website and saw it. Like I said, he's one of my favorite artists, so I couldn't pass on this one. So yeah, I'm going to show you how Tracklib works and then we'll get straight into it. Alright, so I'm on the Tracklib homepage right now. You can see the Dave East competition popping up right here. And there's a few ways you can browse samples. You can either go to all tracks and then narrow it down, which I'm going to show you in a second. Or you can go to collections and go to some of your favorite producers' collections like Just Blaze. You can browse straight by genre, artist, or even the label. Most of the time though, I'll just go to all tracks and then I'll use the filters here. So just looking at the Dave East competition, I already know what kind of beats he uses because I listen to him a lot. It reminds me of Nas. He uses a lot of soulful samples, even just this sentence right here. So he's a big fan of older music, Motown, 80s R&B, 70s, all of that. So what I could do is go to all tracks, go down to genres, I'll go down to R&B and soul, and then let's set the release year. So we'll go 1970 to 1989. We'll kind of stick within those 19 years. If I wanted to, I could even set the key, but I'm going to leave that for now. You could narrow it down by the instrument too, or just select songs with multi-tracks. Multi-tracks are stems, by the way, so some of these original tracks will even have the stems and the BPM, which again, I'm going to leave for now because I don't really know where I want to take this beat. I could either make an old school boom-bap beat, or I could take an old sample and then add trap drums. So yeah, I'm not quite sure yet. If I really wanted to, I can narrow it down by region and, for example, just find soul tracks within that time frame that came from North America, but I'm gonna leave that open for now. And yeah, let's just start going through some samples. Straight away, this is sounding crazy. I'm gonna save this one. I could hear Dave East all over something like this. I love this feature in Tracklib as well, so if you want to test out a loop, you can click this section here and it will just loop it so you can get an idea of how it's going to sound. Even this one right here, that's perfect already. We could try a few more though. This one sounds sick as well. I'm just 2 tracks in and I wanted to save them both, but I'm going to keep flicking through. This one's another sick one. I could definitely hear Dave on this. I'm going to save this one. This one's crazy. I think this one's going to be the one. So to download it, it's really simple. You can see it's going to cost 1 credit to download. And then if you want to clear the sample, you can hover over the license and it's £50 to clear the sample. Like, that's nothing. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and download this. And if you want some free credits, then click the link in the description because you can get 30 days free and 15 free credits, which is double the amount you'd usually get. So definitely check that out. I already have the BPM and the key here, which is really handy. So I think I'm just going to get straight into it. All right, I've brought the sample into Serato sample just to see if it can find any chops for me. I literally just clicked find samples and I'm just going to see if I can find some that go well together. So I like how it starts. Maybe that. I'm just going to turn that up. I think that can repeat a few times. I'm going to be taking the bass out as well, adding my own. And then maybe at the end it can just keep going up. I'm going to keep that as one chop and see if I can find another. Yeah, this could be the one. I think I've got 2 chops now. And then to this one. See if we can just clean this up though. I'm gonna take the bass out because I want to add my own. Just take out a few of the sharp frequencies. Just gonna add a little bit of chorus, just to give it a different vibe. And maybe some reverb. It's already got some in the sample. We could even change the key. Maybe up to B minor. I like the sound of that. You know what? I'm actually going to make a new chop. I think it needs to be a little bit smoother. Dave East is sick at storytelling. You can always zone out to the tracks. And he likes a lot of space. So I'm going to see if I can find something else. And then repeat that. Might just keep this chop really simple. And then move up to something like this one here. And then just stretch it out. I think this will work better, you know. And then for the bass, I'm going to use my favorite one for boom-bap beats. It's the Scarby Rickenbacker bass. It sounds like there's a similar one being used in the sample. And I've tried EQing it out, but you can still hear the high end. So what I'm thinking is I'm just going to replace it with mine so it's a bit cleaner. And then I can always add to it. So it's starting on B. I think it's G. Yeah. So you can hear the higher notes up here. So something like this. I'm just gonna move some so it's not so on grid. That might be better. So the sample doesn't have any vocals in it, but I think vocals would sound sick in this. I don't want to overdo it though, because I want to save space for the artist, but just something subtle in there to still give it that old school vibe. And these vocals in contact might work. Yeah, something like that. Yeah, this one might be better, and just stretch it out. With some reverb and an EQ, that'll fit perfect. So I'm just using Sound Shifter to pitch it up an octave, and then I'm going to filter it out. And then, of course, some reverb. You've probably seen me do this 100 times, but it works all the time. Just boost it back up. And I'm gonna give the vocals some RC20 Vinyl 3. So for the drums, I want to keep that old school vibe, so I want realistic sound. So I'm going to be using packs from people like DJ Pain 1 or Cardiac or Beat Butcher, anyone like that. And I'm also going to use a real hi-hat loop. I could program my own in and then shift them off grid and play with the velocity to get them more realistic, but I think that's never going to beat someone that's actually played them live. So I like the sound of this one. It was already 80 BPM as well, so it just fit perfect. You can see they're not perfectly on grid, which is what I was looking for. And then for the kick, I'm just going to use something soft like this. It's not a drill beat, so the kick doesn't need to smack through, but I still want a bit of punch. So with the kicks, some of them don't need to be perfectly on grid, like this one here. I can move this forward, even bring down the velocity. back. I might even just copy them over. See how this is sounding. Alright, maybe an open hat, something like this. But with the open hats, to usually come to the envelope, just keep the attack up a little bit. And then I think I'll bring everything down except for the release. Yeah, something like that. And maybe one here. And I think I need to find another part of the sample. This will sound alright for a bit, but it'll get a bit repetitive. Yeah, this might sound sick actually. And then extend this one. Yeah, with these new vocal chops. Alright, cool, so we're almost there. I just want to add a couple things so when it comes to the arrangement, I've got more to work with. So I'm thinking I could either add a piano or some strings. Let's start with some strings though. It's just gonna sound better like this. So rather than having the full orchestra, I've just got the cellos. Or the third option would be this, just using a flute. And I think this fits better. I don't need to make it dark and orchestral for Davies. It's not that kind of vibe. Alright, and I definitely need to get a crash in there. But that one fits perfect. I might turn this into a riser too, so I'll make that unique and reverse it, and then just bring the end back. Alright, so I've almost got it finished, and I've barely added anything to this beat, but I think it sounded right. I don't know if it really needs anything, but I'm gonna listen back a few times. If I need to add anything else, I will, and then I'll show you the final outcome. Alright, so I've pretty much finished the beat. I'm not gonna officially submit it yet because I still might want to add a couple things and just tidy up a few things like the bass, but it's pretty much there. So for the intro, I'm just starting with the sample down an octave. I've added love filter, and then a drum break here. Starts off with the first pattern. I think it's just sounding real smooth. And then the vocals come in. I think I probably still need to add a few breaks in the drums. But a lot of his beats are kind of repetitive anyway. And then the flute comes in. And then this section is the hook. So yeah, this is just the second chop. And then in the second verse, it just starts off a little bit different. I just added a little break. yeah, the rest of it repeats. So yeah, the beat's pretty much there. There's still a good few weeks before the closing date, so I might come back another day and then just add a few other things. But yeah, if you want to get involved in the competition too, then definitely take a look at the website. So I hope you liked the video and I hope you're feeling the beat. And if you want to help me get that placement, then I'm going to be posting the beat on my Instagram at jcactusmusic. So if you can show some love with likes and comments. And yeah, I guess we'll see what happens. And like I said earlier, if you want to try Tracklib for yourself, I've left a link to it in the description so you can get 15 free credits and 30 days free, which is double the amount that you'd usually get. But yeah, once again, I appreciate you all for watching the video, and I'll see you next time.